Okay, I'm going to do this last one anyway, even though our time is a little bit short. And this one's called Detained. And she says, in my dream, I somehow get detained by the military. They are keeping me on a marine base. Okay, so even though you're detained by the military, they're on a marine base. So that's good. Marine is, of course, to do with the water. So we know it's to do with your spiritual side. In fact, I didn't even realize that the theme for this week's show is all spiritual side. So marine base to interrogate me, and I can't contact my partner to let him know that I'm okay. Officers are asking me questions. So we know it's officers. So we know officers are guides because they have a title. So we know it's a positive side to the military. So I will often say military can be about being regimented and rigid in your thinking. So it's not that here. So the officers are asking you questions about conspiracy theories and my involvement. I'm not quite sure what they are upset about, as I didn't think it was against the law to research weird phenomena. Okay, so your guides are upset with you because you're doing something that they don't want you to do. And I had to channel on this, and I got a bit of help from Heidi on this one too. And it's not that what you're doing is a problem, it's just that it's not part of your life purpose. So you told me that you're channeling a group called the Third Council of Light, and believe it or not, you are one of them. So there's no need for you to channel those people. You're meant to be channeling for other people. You're also here to keep balance on the earth plane when that balance is wrecked. Read between the lines. So that's what your purpose is. And if you stick with channeling the Third Council of Light, then you're not going to develop yourself in the direction that you need to develop yourself. And of course you could do that. It's connected with your partner because he's probably the one pushes you to connect with the Third Council of Light. So realize, because you're one of them, when you channel for ordinary people, do ordinary channeling sessions, you're automatically getting the type of information you get from the Third Council of Light. Now, also interestingly in the channeling, they said that when you connect with the Third Council of Light and ask them, am I correct? They're going to say no, because they like they like you connecting with them, and they would like you to pursue their agenda, but their agenda is not your agenda. Think about it, they're close family, they all love you, but if you have 3 sisters, each sister will want you to do something different with your life. It's not that they don't love you, but they have a plan and they think they know better. Your higher self, though, comes into this dream and says, no, I have the ultimate say, which of course it does. Remember, your higher self can pull the plug. Nobody else can. So definitely has the say. Anyway, you say, I'm scared that I will be held indefinitely and that no one will know where I am. When I'm not being questioned, I'm kept in a barracks on an upper floor. There's a small balcony that faces a wooded area. I'm not sure where I am geographically. Okay, so not being sure where you are, that's really a clue in the dream. It's saying, look, you need to discover where you are. Find yourself on the map. Maps are about discovering where you are so that you can, once you know where you are, you can easily work out where you need to go. So you're not sure where you are. And I added this, I need to get where I need to be. That's what we all need to do. So that's what you need to do. You need to be focusing on what you need to be doing. And that's why your guides are trying to hold you up and saying, look, connecting and only doing this Third Council of Light thing is going to hold you up, and it will detain you. But it's not what you're here for. And take my word for it, or don't. You can channel. Anyway, so what happens then? You're on an upper floor, so we know that's higher perspective, small balcony. You say, I'm not sure where I am. So from this higher perspective, so this is where we go. From this higher perspective, I start scanning the area outside for clues. I notice a pillar of white light that is moving through the trees. At first I am stunned and curious about the light, wondering if it might be elemental spirits, guardians of the land. I am surprised when it turns towards me. Once it reaches me, the white light envelops me and I feel a very strong vibration through my entire body, which is accompanied by a loud humming noise. Now, so that's really, really good. So this white light coming is your higher self. You're at the point where your higher self is ready to connect with you. That doesn't happen many people, so this is really good, because that's a huge gamble. When we come here, we only bring a few aspects of ourselves, so that if we completely mess up in life, we, it's like at a casino, we only place a small bet. We don't place all our money. When your higher self connects with you, everything is in play. All bets are in play. But that doesn't happen until your higher self knows that there's no risk of you taking a wrong turn. So your higher self is saying, look, this is what we want to do. You can see things from a higher perspective. I slightly reworded what you said. You can see things from a higher perspective. You can see this white light coming. The guardians of the land, well, it's not that elemental spirits are coming. It's about you. You're a guardian of the land. In the dream, you see yourself as a guardian of the land, or wonder, is that what's coming? But it is you. And because it's you, that's what your ability is. So that's why I said you're here to restore balance to the earth plane when it's lost. And the strong vibration, that's really good. I know this feeling and I know this light myself. So it can be very scary, actually. Even if you're saying I'm ready for it, it can feel very scary. Anyway, you're surprised when it turns towards you, don't be. And this continues on then. You say, I start to wonder if this is a military tool designed to read my mind. I start to panic and I call in my spiritual protection, and that's okay to do in a dream. The strength of the vibration makes me pass out. When I wake up, still in my dream, I realize that I'm in a bed. And the first thing I see through my blurry eyes is a woman lying next to me. And I corrected your grammar there. You wrote laying. Only joking. Common American thing. She is wearing a silver bracelet on her left arm. Okay, so is she positive? Well, she came from the light. She has to be positive. There's no way she isn't. But you're suspicious. Stop being suspicious. And of course, being in a bed is about your higher self again, or your higher perspective, because when we sleep, our soul leaves our body. We get back in touch with what we're here for, and so on and so on. So beds, when it's not your regular bed in your bedroom, and this isn't, are like this. And she has a silver bracelet on her left hand. So it's, again, intuition. Connection with the higher self works through intuition. So that's what the silver bracelet is about. And the left arm also emphasizes that this is female side that you should be using. So don't be suspicious, but of course you are. So you need to drop that suspicion. And you mentioned your ex, I don't know why I said ex, and I wrote ex here. You mentioned your partner. Is your partner a very suspicious person? If he is, realize your suspicion is not yours, it's his suspicion. Drop the suspicion. I wouldn't, from this dream, I wouldn't have thought that you were a suspicious person yourself because you have a strong connection. Anyway, you say, you panic and you sit up gasping, where am I? Who are you? The woman says that we are friends from school. So again, this is really good, friends from school, and seems surprised that I don't remember her, that I don't recognize her at all. So I wonder if she is also from the military, posing as an old friend so she can spy on me just in case I act like I remember her, hoping that if I play along, I will be able to contact my husband and let him know I'm okay. Okay, don't do that. So this is your higher self. You don't recognize it because of the work you're doing. You're connecting with the wrong things. So connect with your higher self. Develop that connection back, which you can do. And that's what this part of the dream is saying. Nobody's spying on you. Your higher self wouldn't spy on you. Your higher self knows absolutely everything about everything you're doing, everything anybody who's ever interacted with you has said, felt, etc., what their motives are, what your guides are saying. They're clued in. Your higher self is clued into everything. Doesn't need to spy. You then say you're going to pretend that you know or play along. I ask her why we are in the same bed and did anything happen between us. She laughs and says, no, but you were very drunk last night and I was trying to keep you safe. Now, remember you said you had blurry eyes earlier in the dream. So the bit being drunk and the blurry eyes, they fit together. Of course, I'm suspicious of her story. Oh, would you stop with the suspicion? Because I don't remember being drunk. And of course, that's like saying, I don't remember when I don't remember. You know, that's part of what not remembering is. So just realize that your higher self is coming in to wake you up and give you clarity of vision. And of course, being drunk is two things. It's about like an addiction to something. So something you need to let go of. And I know you're not a drinker, so it's not that. So it's symbolic for something else. So there's something you need to let go of that you're holding on to, and it could be this other connection. but also it desensitizes you to what it is you're meant to be doing. So you're meant to be really tuning into your higher self and being tuned into the earth plane. Of course, I'm suspicious of her story because I don't remember being drunk. I only remember being detained and then the white light enveloping me. So, of course, is there any such thing as a negative thing coming from white light? No. I'm scared for my safety and I want to go home. So I tell her I have to go and she doesn't argue. For some reason, she takes me to a convenience store. So stores have to do with needs and responsibilities. So this is something you need to do. So your higher self is saying, and of course dreams come from your higher self, by the way. Takes me to a convenience store. So this is something you need to do, where I notice some very cute silver penguin earrings. So again, we have the silver. Please work on that, developing your intuition. But they're earrings. Earrings are saying you're clairaudient, so it's about how you hear your guides as well. And the penguin is a bird of the sea. So again, we know it's channeling and fits in with the marine base earlier on. Anyway, you want to buy them, but I don't, because I'm more concerned about finding a way to call my husband. So, okay, so this is definitely, not buying them is bad. You should buy them in the dream. Visualize going back into this dream and buying them and putting them on. But you don't buy them because you want to call your husband. So it's not your husband's fault, but you're using things about your husband that is causing you to hold off from what it is you're meant to do. I searched the store for a payphone, so the payphone again, another connection with channeling, before I wake up. But I wake up before I find one. Okay, so you're here to keep balance on the earth plane is what I've added to that. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Do subscribe and do share the videos with your friends if you like them. And I'm going to start adding, you may remember the old show, I used themes. I had a theme for each week, and I'm going to go back to that, but I've been spending all this time trying to set up the hardware, the equipment, and the recording studio and get everything functioning properly there. So please do let me know, write a comment underneath saying what it is you'd like me to cover as a theme, and I will do that. So that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching.